Hi, I'm Neal Haslem, Senior Lecturer at RMIT Design.
And I'm Blair Wilde, a lecturer at RMIT in Melbourne.
And firstly, we'd like to do an acknowledgement. So I'd like to acknowledge the language groups, the Woiwurrung and Boonwurrung language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nations, on whose traditional lands we are here today in Naarm, Melbourne, and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging, but also acknowledge that these lands remain unceded, and acknowledge that acknowledge First Nations peoples across the globe. So, Common Design Studio Air 2023. Talk a little bit about the background today. In 2014, we actually started together with some partnerships with European funding under the name of Interact, and we started working with some partners over 3 years doing actual exchange. So we had students flying backwards and forwards, staff flying backwards and forwards, spending up to 3 months in these different locations, and we gained a lot from that, and we gained a lot of trust, and we really benefited from the collaboration, thinking about the future of design education.
The Interact project wrapped up after those 3 years with a series of events as part of the London Design Festival. We brought students over from Australia to go and be involved in that, and overall it was pretty damn successful. It was cool, it was exciting, and we thought to ourselves, how can we continue this experience with students? How can we continue this relationship with other people? And the outcome from that was this thing we end up calling the Common Design Studio.
And the philosophy of the Common Design Studio is that it relies and explores on the nature of this collaboration and communication globally. And so it's an international program. We're a pool of people. We come from 4 different universities in our most recent iteration. Individuals from many different countries bringing their own cultural perspective to the design process.
Yeah, this year we had 186 students from 4 institutions, right? There was University of Arts London, London College of Communication, there was RMIT Melbourne School of Design, we had students from Alisaba in Barcelona, and we had students from RMIT Vietnam.
So the studio provides a great opportunity to have this dialogue across these borders. It's a design sprint, it's only 2 weeks. Students are thrown together in groups and they work through a design process, through research and development and outcomes within those 2 weeks.
Yeah, so looking back a couple of years, we got to a point where our projects were framed within this idea of a cookbook for planetary health. So 2021, the studio focused on engagement as ideas for humanity. Pretty broad, pretty cool. 2022, the studio considered radical gardening and social activities within urban spaces. And then 2023?
In 2023, we focused on air. So the issue of air, the theme of air, the air that we breathe, the air across the planet. And so we had some very interesting work that the students developed, working locally. There's an emphasis on working locally, but then bringing that to their groups and working across a global perspective. Air in all its elements, the sort of science of air, air pollution, but also the communication of air and the way air carries our interactions.
Yeah, it's been a great experience for the students and a great outcome, and you get to see it now.